Well, we have highlighted the Piedmont Pickle Festival on this show. It is coming up this Sunday, October 8th at Carolina Bauernhaus. And as you can imagine, the man behind this festival is really into all things pickle. We've got David Thornton here, the owner of Carolina Bauernhaus, along with all kinds of great pickle things. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Looking fantastic.
Thank you for having us. It's a real reason to celebrate, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, you know, there's a lot you can do with pickles, and you've got a background in pickling. Talk to us about the business you're bringing up.
Yeah.
You're brining it.
I grew up actually in West Virginia, and as a Jewish kid growing up in West Virginia, pickles were something that I was really into, and I've carried that throughout my life. I actually studied fermentation through biosystems engineering at Clemson. I worked in biofuels for a long time, and fermentation is all about that kind of preservation of fuel or energy, or in this case, food, which is one of the most fun.
And so this is really, you know, it's a science, it's a passion. The pickling process takes, you know, longer than the couple of minutes we have on set. But what can you teach us about the early steps? What do you combine?
Yeah, so the first part that's most important is making the brine. That is a salt water. And salt is an inhibitor, prevents the growth of pathogens. It's probably one of the oldest methods, that and dehydration, for preserving food. So what I've done here is combined our recipe, which I think I shared with you. If you care to share, you're welcome to. I've combined salt with vinegar and water. And we boil that to pasteurize it, and then we let it cool down, and we'll use it to fill our jars.
And in front of us, all the ingredients to fill the jars, if you were going to put that together.
Sure. The next step then is to pack our spices. We have here some of Aunt Sudi's elephant garlic, and we got some dill from our farm. My wife and I run a little homestead in Walhalla called the Reed Homestead.
Wonderful.
And then we got some fresh cucumbers just harvested from a little farm in Greenwood. And we're packing the spears in here. So if you like sandwiches, the spears are the way to go.
Agreed.
We make a lot of pickle chips to go on other types of sandwiches, and even pizza for the Piedmont Pickle Festival.
And people are passionate about the pickles. I mean, there's no place. You've got pickling ale. You've got, you know, pickle costumes. This festival is going to.
We got a pickleball court, and we got some pickled-inspired music. We even got a little jingle we'll be singing with
I will look forward
the
to
amazing
that.
Darby Wilcox.
Okay, so you pack those tight. That is packed full of
Packed
pickles.
plenty tight. The next step then is to grab one of these handy little funnels. Most grocery stores sell pickling kits, so you can get the funnel. We're going to top it up with brine just to the bottom of the lid. And then our next step is going to be, oops.
That's all right. I do that all the time.
Yeah, excited pouring over here.
Yeah.
So our next step is going to be to put this jar into a hot water bath.
Okay.
And I've saved us a little time by hot water bathing some pickles already over here.
So that hot water bath, what kind of process is that?
So that is probably the most important part of the home canning. Not only
for a while.
keeping the recipe solid with vinegar and salt, but this is how you preserve it and make it shelf stable. So for a pint jar, you need to submerge it in gently boiling water for 10 minutes. For a quart jar, yeah, 10 minutes, and then you got pickles for 6 months to 2 years.
That's fantastic. And you brought some samples of pickles. I'm sure that you know, there are many favorites in your world, but what did you bring right here? What makes them great?
Okay, this is probably my favorite type of pickle. We call it Grandma Freddy's pickled okra. It's my wife's grandmother's, which is probably her grandmother's recipe. We grow the Clemson spineless okra. Again, it's Aunt Sudi's elephant garlic that we grow in our family. Dill and salt. So that's probably my favorite. And then this is the traditional fermented sour dill, or a traditional kosher dill. It's actually fermented in a crock, and there's no vinegar added. It's a natural probiotic pickle. It's also one of my favorites.
Well, before I bite into one of those, because I must take one of these, talk to me about the Pickle Festival coming up, all things pickleball and pickle costumes. There's pickle hard cider, games. What do you tell people about this festival, and how much excitement is there?
Yeah, it's for all ages. We got all kinds of food. We'll have a pickle tasting. You get pickle tickets, and you can taste up to 20 different types of pickles. We've got some great activities like pickleball courts. We've got an open mic hosted by Darby Wilcox. Got live music. We've got resident diner doing pickle food specials. We have pickle pizza specials that are like amazing. Kimchi, pickles, pimento cheese, cheeseburger type pizzas.
It's really a great day of fun, and there's something kind of quirky. There's this community of people, and they're just in love with all things pickle. They're going to be there. Just a great time to appreciate something we all know and love, right?
That's right.
All right. Celebrate the pickles. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for the tutorial too. Piedmont Festival is Sunday, October 8th from noon to 9 at Carolina Bauernhaus, 556 Perry Avenue in Greenville. Space is limited. Tickets are on Eventbrite, and we will have that info on accesscarolina.com.